Anambra State Police Command has arrested a 25-year-old man, Samuel Eze, for being in possession of a severed human breast in the Awada area of Obosi. Police spokesperson SP Tochukwu Ikenga said Eze was apprehended at about 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 6th, by a joint patrol team of police and vigilantes. The recovered breast has since been deposited in a morgue for preservation, while the suspect remains in custody undergoing interrogation. In a separate operation, the command's rapid response squad rescued a kidnapped truck driver and recovered custard powder worth 9.5 million naira. The suspect, Udengiyi Ugochukwu 38, Anayo Chukwu Ukonkwo 47, and Good Odigili 47, reportedly confessed to diverting the consignment originally headed to Asaba, tying the driver in a bush and rerouting the goods to Enugu Uku. Police also recovered a suspected stolen Toyota Sienna bearing the inscription Forum of Accountants, Delta State, during patrols in Obosi on July 5th. Authorities have now urged owners of any recovered property to present proof of ownership. SP Kenga reaffirmed the command's commitment to safety, noting ongoing joint surveillance operations with the military, DSS, NSCDC, and local vigilantes. Why would someone have freshly sliced breasts in their possession at 25? What are your thoughts on this report?
The age doesn't matter, but I mean, it shows that the Anambra State in recent time, through the governor, has done, fairly enough to curb criminality, especially as it concerns ritual killing. Yeah, but this suggests that maybe more still need to be done. There are some people that are already set in their ways, and those people that are set in their ways, more have to be done to drag them out, because the challenge with these criminals is not even just their criminality, it is that it involves innocent people. For crying out loud, what would make somebody have a fresh, whether it's even fresh or decaying, have a human part with you? It raises more questions than answer. But of course, being a Nigerian, lived in Nigeria, it still goes to the same thing: money ritual or ritual of any kind. Excuse me. It falls to the part that many people still believes in ritual, and not just the belief, still do it. And our society is a little bit, maybe no, not a little bit, very much a materialistic society. So because people whose wealth are not interrogated, so people still do this. I'm happy that he was arrested, and I hope the interrogation will also lead him to pointing out his accomplices, because he is not the only one involved. There would have been people. How did he get the victim whom he severed?
Where is the victim even?
Where is the victim? Has she been buried somewhere in a shallow grave? The victim would have been somebody maybe whose parents or family are busy looking for, like that. Then who was it taking that human part to? Is he a native doctor somewhere, or is he a third party, something like that? So there is need to carry out more investigation like they are doing. I'm happy the arrest has been made, but it also tells us something, that the fight has not been won. Even in Anambra State, where the governor is doing a lot to dissuade human ritual, he has been arresting the native doctors and trying to clamp down on them. It shows that more need to be done. And of course, not surprisingly anyway, battles of this kind are not won easily. Like I said, some people are already set in their ways, and it takes more than the ordinary to pull them out. It's not a one-off thing, so we need to do more. Then the need to sanitize society, the need to create jobs, the need to interrogate people's wealth cannot be overemphasized.
Because you talked about society being very materialistic, glorifying of wealth and all of that. Now, when you look at the scope of which people glorify wealth, a 25-year-old should probably just be done with the university, or
maybe has not even gone to the university,
or probably has not gone, probably learning a skill. 25 years just feels like you have your whole life ahead of you. Why the desperation in these times?
Maybe not learning a skill. That also says something. In the past, skill acquisition used to be a very good way to go. You know, I don't know if you've heard of the Iba Boy phenomenon amongst the Igbos, particularly in Anambra State, which has even attracted a global attention in time past. With, you know, it started that schools from Cambridge in UK came here to study it and see how, you know, it can be incorporated into their system and the MBA system. But unfortunately for us, this also reminds me of what happened with our palm oil in the 70s, 80s, when Malaysia was said to have come here to collect some palm fruits to plant. Now, Malaysia is a world-producing palm oil nation. Here, we can't even produce enough to cook our afang soup and, you know, like that, to say nothing about the industrial use of it. So it's the same thing here. People came to learn what we are, but here you have many of our young people who don't even want to learn trade. Now, if you want to do tiling, most of the time, most of the big real estate people that do tiling, we need the services of foreigners from Benin Republic to do an efficient work. Meanwhile, we have so many people wasting.
You think people don't want to learn this trade anymore?
Yes, most times people still boys because of the, you know, materialism and get rich syndrome. They don't want to go through that route again. In the past, you used to see young men, you know, learning mechanic. You go to mechanic shops, you see people young age learning mechanic. But now, many people don't want to do that. They are not going to the university. They are not going to school. And I think it's also, you know, our system, the 6-3 education system. Every time we are tinkering about our educational system and all that. But I think that system, if sustained, if it had been sustained, may have even been a way of incorporating some of this skill acquisition into our school system. I mean, your first 6 years, you do your primary school, learning how to read and write and those basic education. Your JSS3, you consolidate on that. By the time you're getting done with your JSS3, you would have decided, you know, whether you are somebody who wants to go for further education or skill. Those who want to go for skills should not just be thrown into the street to go and meet one baba to learn how to be a mechanic or how to do that. That can be learned within the secondary school system, and maybe that way it will have some dignity. Unlike here, and we keep saying any society that dignifies wealth and does not dignify the process of making that wealth is doomed to some of these vices. We see. So I think, you know, skill acquisition should be encouraged. Maybe we should redefine how it is being done instead of seeing it as something that is for illiterate. People can, at 25, like you said, if that guy is not in university, he should be somewhere, maybe learning a skill. That is, if he has not graduated. If he has a skill and is ready to work, for example, if he's a tiler, at 25, he has the whole world before him. He can go as far as he wants to go. If he's a mechanic or a motor mechanic, and in today's world, there are many more things to even learn how to fix. You have phones, which was not there in the past. People specialize, and those guys go to garrison. They may not be millionaires overnight, but at least they take care of their basic needs, which is also what society should encourage. Build a system where an average person don't need to break the bank to pay rent. Some basic needs should be funded from your simple work. And you don't have to, you know, be a millionaire to live simply. Unfortunately, that's where the Nigerian system is pushing people to. But again, beyond all these things, shows that more need to be done to dissuade people from going this route of ritual killing and money making.